Hey, here we are, man. Channel
Where's my mic?
Cafe. We don't need a mic here.
Really?
We don't need the mic
All right,
here.
roll it over again. Let's
It's
go.
running.
So
It's
we started
running.
over. You
We're
gonna edit
good. No, we're good. We're just running.
Just running today?
Yeah, we're running. Okay, Candle Cafe, running the interview here with Rod.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, ladies, but we're going to call you out here. Okay? We're going to call you out. What was the number that you just told me?
Ratio is 10 to 1. Eligible, non-eligible.
10 to 1.
Ratio 10 to 1. Females to male.
Okay, now, you wonder why they want all these foreign men to come to this country. Well, part of the reason is because it's 10 to 1 women, and they've turned the men into just pieces of providers. That's it. Sperm donors. That's basically all you've become.
They're proud Filipino women with high standards, which those high standards they come from social media, the modern or Western world, which has transcended over here in the Philippines, but it's very superficial.
Well, here's one way you can look at it, folks. The Philippine women used to be concerned about their appearance, and they used to be concerned about, their looks, how thin they were. They all worked their butts off, providing for their families and everything else. And now, when you walk around the streets, I'm going to call it out, black and white, the way it is. They're a little bit chunky now. They've got the U.S. disease of starting to carry around a little bit of weight and all of those things that they used to be so concerned about, the American women. Well, guess what? It's now bled over here to the Philippines. You look at the food that they eat, and they don't take care of themselves like they used to.
They say food is life here. That's what they say. Food is life.
Okay, food is life. But here's the question. How often do you see the Filipino woman, especially here in the city, preparing their food anymore?
Not that much. Not much. No, not much.
You're buying
They're going out.
you're buying processed food.
Yeah, they're going out and buy food. Yeah, very rare do they.
And what does that do to the body?
It bulks you up.
It bulks you up. You bloat. You bloat. They think it's the rice. Well, the rice is part of it, but it's all that fried food that you're eating. It's all the Jollibee that you're eating, folks. It's all the McDonald's that you're eating.
I like Jollibee, man. Ladies, I'm not gonna let him just bash, but he's telling some facts that we were talking about earlier, and that I think some women are in denial of what's going on in the real world, and it's almost like they've been brainwashed to a certain degree. And it's so sad because you're so proud to be single and a single mom, but that's really not the case. You have set your standards so high till you can't get that man, that quality man, because your standards are so high.
Well, but Rod, it's not just that. The type of person that is coming to the Philippines, the quality men are gone. They're not. They're not.
Wait a minute. What
No,
type of men
I'm
are coming to the Philippines? So maybe you can exercise this.
The men that are coming to the Philippines are the ones that can't survive in the United States or in other countries.
They didn't know that. How did we get over here?
Well, I came to survive, man.
Well, yeah.
So did you.
Yeah, I did. I came to survive.
And if you pay attention to the majority of and I'm saying the majority of the men that are on social media and the majority of the men that have programming on YouTube, you will see that they are all here because of survival.
Yeah.
A survival instinct, or the fact that their finances are not what it used to be because it's just too damn expensive to live in the United States or abroad.
Comfortably. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, what everybody needs to understand, if you've got those types of people that are coming here that are also trying to survive, they ain't got the money you think they got.
Right.
And it's a mentality.
I'm glad you addressed that, because they have no idea of what type of men are coming here, and they're thinking, oh, they have this boatload of cash.
Never ending bank account.
And that's not the case. These guys are on pensions.
Everybody's on a set amount of money every month.
Yeah.
There's very few men that are coming here that have an open bank account that they don't have to be responsible for. They're either living on retirement or they're living on a pension. Okay?
Yeah.
And trust me, folks, especially if they're coming from the United States, that's not a lot of money anymore.
Nah.
It's a lot of money here.
Here, yes, but it's not. You're barely making it in the States. You're going from month to month.
You can't survive in the States.
Yeah, that's what.
And now that they've screwed around with Social Security so much and screwed around with pension money and SSDI money, you're going to see a lot more men come in this direction. Even the women. I've run into some women that have had to come over here from the United States.
I haven't really encountered that. I've heard some of the stories of the ones that have unfortunately lost their money.
Yeah, and they've had to come here to try to survive and
even here, lost money here because whatever happened,
Yeah, it's easy to lose money here.
Yeah, they lose money here, may have got scammed or made a bad investment.
Scam.
And they're basically living off, they living off the land.
The four-letter word.
Yeah.
The dirty four-letter word. Begins with an S.
Brad said it, I didn't say it.
Well, I tell it the way it is.
Yeah, he's a straight shooter.
And a lot of people don't like that, but you know what?
It's necessary. You're saying the things that they really want to say, but they can't because
they're all afraid.
And the Philippines mentality, they're very sensitive. They're very sensitive on certain topics.
And we're gonna do an episode, and we're gonna talk about it after we get done filming here. But we're gonna do another episode on all the things that everyone's afraid to talk about here in the Philippines. Only I'm gonna address them. I'm gonna make you address them back because you've been here longer than me.
I'm almost certain that I can address those.
I'm sure you've been hit by all of them.
I'm pretty sure too.
The water that you're forced to drink. No hot water, folks. No hot water out of your sink.
They don't have that. Well, you have to really actually have money to have hot water come out of your sink.
There you go.
I forgot what they call the systems, but they could have one system.
Unless you got the plug-in electrical heater.
And you have it wired through.
And it's all wired. Yeah.
That's a whole.
Anyway, I got a whole list of them. I've been developing a whole list of things that a lot of people are not aware of. That if you become aware, you might seriously think about where you're going to in the Philippines, because everything is not what you think it is. You wonder why everybody's sick and why they live the way they live. Well, just for instance, the hot water, how are you supposed to clean your dishes if you don't have sanitizer?
Hot water is for sanitation purposes. Yeah. That was a culture shock to me when I first got here.
Anyway,
that was to me.
Getting back to because the women, they've gotten used to this.
I mean, that's all they know. I mean, it's all they grew up.
They grow up with a cold shower.
Yeah, and they're used to cold showers.
And they're used to cold showers.
And they want a cold shower.
Yeah,
they don't want hot water.
It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
They don't want hot water, and hot water is supposed to cleanse you.
Yeah, it's for
hygiene.
It's for hygiene.
Yeah, for hygiene. Yeah, that was a culture shock to me as well. I can't to this day take a cold shower. Even in the States, you know what you do when you have any hot water? You boil
your water and take your little bucket scoop and pour it over you.
You boil the water and then you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, man.
That's it for now?
What?
I don't want to get going, man.
We'll get it in another interview.
I know. It's a lot to talk about. I know. Well, I think you touching the surface because I don't think they know you.
I opened up a can of worms. I think.
Yeah, I think
and,
you did.
I think
we may get a little feedback on that one though.
Back and
yeah,
it's okay because I've had some people already call me out as I walk around, and it's all right. It's all good. I'm not afraid to tell you the way it is. You don't like it, don't watch. It's that simple. But they watch.
Well, like I said, you're saying things that they wish they could say, and sometimes they really just need to hear it. And ones that have heard it, they normally are just quiet. That's when they agree with you.
I'm shy.
Yeah, I'm shy.
That's in the next episode. I'm shy.
That's a bunch of baloney. You're not that shy.
Inspiration, but Brad.
You're not that shy.
Yeah. Thanks for being with me, guys.
You're still not that shy.
Till the next episode.
Thank you, guys.
All right, bye.